Let's stop pretending everything is fine, shall we? There are so many couples out there thinking that love alone sustains everything, but the naked truth is that feelings without real investment don't pay the emotional bills and don't fill the heart. I'm going to be blunt. If you accept a relationship where the dating phase was a banquet of surprises and the marriage lives on an "I love you" spoken just for the sake of it, you are being robbed. Is it controversial? Yes, but someone needs to tell you that pretty words are the cheapest currency in the market. Anyone has them, anyone gives them. Now, having the intentionality to create a visible sign of affection, that is a luxury item that has disappeared from your home. Don't let them convince you that expecting gifts is materialism or frivolity. That is the biggest manipulation scam created to make you accept the bare minimum. When the spouse's devotion boils down to paying bills and sharing a roof, you are no longer lovers. You are bankrupt business partners. Accepting crumbs sets a dangerous precedent. You are teaching the other person that your emotional maintenance is cheap, or worse, free. And what comes for free, nobody values. The lack of this tangible expression of love is the first step towards total indifference and the end of emotional connection. Today, I'm going to teach you how to get out of this disadvantaged position. I'm going to prove to you why this economy of gestures is in fact a very serious strategic error that is drying up the relationship. Stop begging for attention where there was once abundance. In the next few minutes, you will learn to stop accepting crumbs and to stimulate with class and intelligence that love returns to having real and palpable value. Get ready, because the truth hurts, but it is the only thing that heals. Have you ever stopped to think that since the world began, human beings use physical objects to communicate what they feel? It's not just talk. Anthropology shows this in practically every culture that has ever walked the earth. When one studies human behavior deeply, one realizes that gifts are never left out of union and marriage rituals. It's like a universal code, you know? If you look at ancient peoples or distant tribes, the act of gift giving is there, strong and steady, sealing the effective agreement. Look at the classic case of Rebecca and Isaac from the ancient texts, which illustrates this well. Even before the final "I do," there was an intentional delivery. The servant didn't arrive empty-handed. He brought items of value to prove that the intention was serious and respectful. That wasn't commerce, it was an anticipated expression of love and honor. It's a practical example, almost a conduct manual, showing that investing in the person we want by our side has always been a vital step. The interesting thing to note is that the real value is not in the price tag, but in what the object represents mentally. That item becomes a visible sign that at some point in the day, one person's mind stopped to think exclusively about the other. It is the materialization of the thought, "You matter to me." Imagine holding something physical and knowing that it carries an energy of remembrance and care. This has a huge weight on the psyche and emotional security of the receiver. Now, bringing it to your reality today, it doesn't need to be a caravan of camels with gold, okay? Sometimes for the husband, bringing that specific chocolate she loves on a random Tuesday is worth more than jewelry. Or for the wife, gifting a book of great strategies, like the biographies of great leaders, for example, shows that she supports his intellect. It's the detail, the thoughtful action that shouts loudly in the heart. Notice that this dynamic strengthens the spouse's devotion in a way that loose words carried by the wind often cannot. When you give something, you are donating a piece of your time and your resources spent looking for it. It is an act of generosity that nourishes the relationship day after day. If one of you has difficulty with this, it's worth observing the sparkle in the other's eye upon receiving any little souvenir. The body speaks, and gratitude does too. Many people think this is frivolity or materialism, but ignoring this love language is a serious strategic mistake in the relationship. It's like trying to fill a leaking bucket, expecting it to overflow. The emotional security of many people depends on seeing, touching, and feeling that they were remembered. Do not underestimate the power of a little note left on the mirror or a flower picked from the garden. These are indispensable little bricks in the construction of intimacy. But here lies a silent danger that many couples let slip by and can undermine everything that was built with such affection. It's curious to see how sometimes one of the two understands this perfectly and feels this need in their skin, while the other seems completely blind to this reality, creating an invisible abyss inside the home. And it is exactly in this difference of perception that we need to touch now, because the damage can be great. You need to understand that for many people, receiving treats is not just a whim, it is the main dialect of the heart. For these people, gifts act as a thermometer of the relationship. If there isn't this tangible delivery, the emotional tank dries up in the blink of an eye. It's curious, but nothing speaks louder about the spouse's devotion to this profile than having something in hand that proves they were remembered. It is a visceral need to see love materialized. Otherwise, doubt starts knocking on the door and insecurity settles in without asking for permission. The problem lives exactly when that classic mismatch happens. Someone who has this need marries someone who is not fluent in this love language. Imagine the scene. One is waiting for that physical gesture, that visible sign of affection, and the other thinks that just paying the bills or tidying up the house is enough. It's not out of malice, folks. It's pure lack of emotional translation. One speaks Greek and the other answers in German, and in the middle of all this, there remains a huge vacuum of neediness that can be dangerous. And look, don't fall for the nonsense of thinking that those who like to receive things are gold diggers, for God's sake. The value here is symbolic. It is the expression of love encapsulated in an object. If you, husband or wife, have difficulty with this, start with things that show you studied your partner. You don't need to spend rivers of money. Developing that beautiful photo of the two of you in a simple picture frame or buying that movie ticket on the premiere day of his or her favorite film already solves it. For those who have trouble being creative, the golden tip is active observation in daily life. If she mentions she likes plants, showing up with a cute succulent in a different pot is worth millions in the love exchange rate. Or if he enjoys old music, digging up a vinyl in a thrift store or even a personalized guitar pick shows that you care about his hobbies. These are the small attitudes that fill the space and validate the feeling of those who need this material touch to feel loved. You don't have this, even if it is unintentional. You are basically telling your partner's brain that they are not a priority. It's hard to hear this, right? But the lack of gifts for those who have this primary language is interpreted as indifference. You can say, "I love you" all day long, but if the person on the other side needs to see to believe, the words get lost in the air. You need to get out of your comfort zone and learn this new language yesterday. The good news is you can learn, No one is born knowing everything about relationships. It's a constant game of flexibility. If you start practicing this intentional delivery, you will see the other's posture change from water to wine. The smile opens, the body relaxes, the nagging decreases. It is an investment with a guaranteed return in the peace of the home. Try making a likes diary of your partner in your phone's notepad. It helps a lot when creativity fails. However, there is an even more complicated scenario that usually leaves anyone's hair standing on end and hurt. It happens a lot that one of the two is a true Don Juan of gifts during dating, making it rain treats, and suddenly, after the ring goes on the finger, the source mysteriously dries up. This sudden shift in behavior creates a deep wound and raises very serious questions about the truth of what was lived back then.
There is a classic trap where many couples fall without even noticing.
The marketing of dating is impeccable, but the delivery in marriage leaves something to be desired. It is common to see the man or the woman showering the other with gifts and treats during the conquest because it is part of the seduction game. But as soon as the certificate is signed, the habit ceases abruptly, as if the mission were accomplished. For the receiver, this doesn't sound like stability, but like abandonment. The feeling is that the effort to enchant is over, and that hurts deep. Often, the partner who stopped giving gifts justifies themselves by saying they now show love by paying the bills or being faithful. Although this is noble, it does not replace the specific expression of love that the other craves. It's as if you tried to pay a bill in dollars using euros. The value exists, but the currency is not accepted. The spouse misses that surprise, that gesture that breaks the dull routine. Settling into the security of marriage is the fastest way to make the relationship lukewarm and lifeless. There comes a moment when words begin to sound empty if not accompanied by action. I've heard reports from wives saying, "I'm tired of hearing 'I love you. Where is the proof?'" For this profile, the verbal declaration is just noise if there isn't a visible sign that supports it. It's like a politician who promises construction works and never lays a brick. Over time, they lose credibility. If you talk a lot and do little, your emotional bank account with the partner goes into the red. To reverse this situation, you need to act with intelligence and practicality without excuses of lack of time. Husbands, how about signing up for a book club like Tag Livros or similar if she likes reading? Wives, how about buying that accessory for his car or gaming setup outside of a commemorative date? These tangible actions prove the spouse's devotion much more than 1,000 pretty speeches. It is the "I love you" materialized, sitting there on the shelf, reminding the other that they are special. The big strategic error here is insisting on speaking your own language, ignoring your partner's love language. The husband may be super sincere when saying he loves, but if he stopped with the treats, he is failing in communication. Humility is needed to recognize that the way you like to receive love may not be the way the other needs. Loving is, above all, adapting to fill the heart of the one walking beside you. Understand that for this person, a gift is worth more than 1,000 words, precisely because the object remains. The wind carries the words away, but that keychain, that piece of clothing, or that personalized mug stays. They are physical anchors of affection in an abstract world. Neglecting this is underestimating human complexity. Returning to gift-giving is not a regression, it is high-level maintenance. It is reigniting the flame that made you fall in love back in the beginning. Now you might be thinking that all this makes sense, but you still feel like you're missing that final push to really get the gears turning and get out of inertia. Knowing the theory is liberating, but there is an abyss between knowing and living this fully, and it is precisely at this turning point that we need to focus all our attention now to ensure that this change is not just a flash in the pan. Now the ball is in your court. It's no use understanding the theory of expression of love and continuing with your arms crossed, waiting for a miracle to fall from the sky. Knowledge without practice is dead weight in the mind. I want to challenge you now. Stop making excuses about money or lack of time. The question I leave to explode in the comments is, when was the last time you surprised your partner without it being a birthday or special date? If you have to dig deep into your memory, the warning signal is screaming in your living room. Are you going to continue being an affection saver, or are you going to stop somewhere today to change the energy of your home? But attention, because there is a silent danger in all this. Many people think that starting to give gifts now will serve as a magic eraser to wipe out selfish attitudes and past mistakes. Do not be fooled. The gift nourishes today, but it does not heal old wounds alone. Some people are betting all their chips on the idea that time resolves, but this is a trap that prevents true restoration and forgiveness. There is a video appearing on the screen right now that touches exactly on this wound and dismantles this lie they tell us since childhood about waiting for things to get better on their own. You need to watch it now so you don't build your change on quicksand. Subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and stick with us because here we don't sugarcoat things, we deliver the strategy to turn the game around. Now the ball is in your court. It's no use understanding the theory of expression of love and continuing with your arms crossed, waiting for a miracle to fall from the sky. Knowledge without practice is dead weight in the mind. I want to challenge you now. Stop making excuses about money or lack of time. The question I leave to explode in the comments is, when was the last time you surprised your partner without it being a birthday or special date? If you have to dig deep into your memory, the warning signal is screaming in your living room. Are you going to continue being an affection saver, or are you going to stop somewhere today to change the energy of your home? But attention, because there is a silent danger in all this. Many people think that starting to give gifts now will serve as a magic eraser to wipe out selfish attitudes and past mistakes. Do not be fooled. The gift nourishes today, but it does not heal old wounds alone. Some people are betting all their chips on the idea that time resolves, but this is a trap that prevents true restoration and forgiveness. There is a video appearing on the screen right now that touches exactly on this wound and dismantles this lie they tell us since childhood about waiting things to get better on their own. You need to watch it now so you don't build your change on quicksand. Subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and stick with us because here we don't sugarcoat things, we deliver the strategy to turn the game around.